currently in Asia working with a lot of high achievers from a local company here. And one of the coolest things about my job is I get to spend time with these guys. I share ideas, I share thoughts with them, help inspire and motivate them. But at the same time, they inspire the hell out of me and I get to learn from them as well. So I wanted to share with you one thing that really blew me away. And if I had to sum it up in one quick sentence, it's very simple. Take massive imperfect action. Take massive imperfect action. So when they shared this with me, I thought, wow, this is fantastic. And the reason why I thought this was so brilliant was because how often, I mean, I don't know if you can relate, but how often have you sat there with a plan or an idea or something, a brilliant idea, and you sat there and you planned it, and it's taken you weeks, weeks turn into month turns into 6 months, and 6 months turns into a year, and you're still planning this idea of yours. It's just planning. And you don't take action because you want it to be perfect. You don't want to take imperfect action. You want to make sure everything you do is perfect. And as a result, what happens? It takes too long. You take too long to plan, and as a result of taking too long to plan, you lose motivation, you lose inspiration, and you never even do it. You never even execute on the strategy. You never even execute on that business idea. It never sees the light of day, right? What I thought was magnificent about these high achievers. Now, these guys make a ton of money. Okay, it's ridiculous how much they make. They have to hit sales targets all the time, and it's always increasing, and they're always hitting it, and they're always hitting it, and they're always hitting it. And what they said was, it's simple. They always take massive imperfect action. They don't plan things until they're perfect before they execute. They put something together. When it's decent, they then execute immediately and try it and see what the response rate is or what the response is. I thought this was phenomenal. This then made me think that these guys, year in, year out, they're willing to adopt a beginner's mindset again. You should see how passionate these guys are. Some of them have been doing it for 15 years, right? And it blew my mind, and I asked them, how are you still so passionate? And that was the key secret. They said, every year when you do this job again, you have to adopt a beginner's mindset. Because when you adopt a beginner's mindset, think about it. When you were a beginner in a hobby, or when you just started opening your business, how passionate were you? How enthusiastic were you, right? So they said, once you adopt this beginner's mindset, you become super enthusiastic and you're way more passionate, you're more open to learning, and you're more receptive to the feedback from others. And also the key thing is, and this is the key thing here, you take massive imperfect action because you're not afraid of failure. Once you become an expert and jaded with the knowledge that you have, what happens is you actually now fear failure. Because you're worried about what other people think of you. You're worried, when an expert fails and falls flat on his face, it doesn't look good, right? And he goes, because of those pressures in society, when you look at yourself as an expert, you now actually fear failure. And if you fear failure, you will not take massive imperfect action. And he said that is where success comes from, and that's where innovation comes from. So I just wanted to ask you, can you adopt a beginner's mindset again with what you do? And once you adopt that beginner's mindset, start to take massive imperfect action. Don't spend all your time planning. Act on it. Take action. Even if it's imperfect action, just do it and see what happens. It worked for these guys. I'm going to try it immediately, and let me know how you go. Let me know what you think of this.